welcome back everyone to Let's Play Dominions 4 with me, BrainBoy20. Where we last left off, we were doing a bit more research and continuing our expansion after being discovered by the AI. It was starting to pressure me into having to actually do something about them. Now, it's been a few days considering that whole hassle of replacing my graphics card and finally getting access to Shadowplay. But Dominions 4 will not be being recorded in Shadowplay, because Shadowplay doesn't recognize Dominions 4 while running. Isn't that grand? Anyway, Gunnar and Zack, you had finally taken Paragami. Let us view the battle. Oh, first things first, let's see, what are the casualties? Huskarls, we lost a fair amount of Valkyries, and a fair amount of Longdeads, meaning we're probably going to have to replace them, but they did lose a lot more, as is traditional of independence. Lesser water elemental. Oh, he's summoning elemental. Okay, he's summoning ice elementals and such. What elemental is this? Air elemental. I'm guessing this is Trast over here. Yep. So he's summoning these elementals to deal with all our undead, which I guess makes a lot of sense. Where'd the Valkyries go? Okay, they showed up point blank dealing with the archers. These things should have really been targeting the wizard. That is my mistake. Oh well, we eventually crushed through them regardless. Elementals are projections of raw elemental power given life through strong magic. All elementals shrink in size and power when severely damaged. There are 4 kinds of elementals. Water elementals can attack by crushing and drowning enemies. They're somewhat resistant to heat and flames. Water elementals that are summoned in cold climates are composed of ice. Ice elementals are stronger but slower than normal water elementals. Okay, I was wondering why they were called water elementals and there wasn't a single, they didn't have a single bit of water on them, just ice. Which is frozen water, so that kind of sounds stupid, but oh well. Also, you'll note that since Zack is the prophet, he's casting Smite constantly. He's smiting the unbelievers, which is exactly as he should be. Tell me you killed Trast. Guys, what are you guys afflicted with? It's not telling me. Yeah, well. Research and alteration is complete. So, alteration. What did that give me again? Well, it gave my air magic some uses for ranged combat, but there's no reason for it. It gave some stunning magic, but it gave skeletal body and hand of death, which is much better. Personal luck, if we had any astral mages right now, that'd be great. And our one fire mage gets distill gold ritual. Okay. Can we back out of this? There we go. Enchantment. Oh yeah, someone did remind me that, yeah, I think it was Entrepino who actually pointed out the fact that I did get Corpseman construction. I believe Corpsemen are much sturdier than their long-dead counterparts, but at most you can only produce 3 of them, with the added benefit of the lightning rod that we saw last episode. Anyway, we're going to continue with enchantment for the Revive King ritual, which starts giving me supernatural commanders. And then afterwards we'll find something else to continue researching. Now, someone did point out something. I believe that was Zack. I forgot to check before the video, and I'm too lazy to go check. Not Zack. It's either Wraith. Hang on, I've got a note card of the people who actually were commenting on this. It's either Zalrock or Zack, or maybe Wraith, who pointed out the fact that I actually have Sigurd, and I could just send him around to search through all these lands, giving me a chance to find death magic sites, earth magic, or fire. And I have to point out that is actually a really good idea. I don't know why I wasn't doing that sooner. Anyway, as is traditional, get these province defense values up to 10 first, minimum, so we can get the unrest reduction. Now Gunnar and Zach are actually going to head down south. And we're going to try to form a small barrier between these two armies, as I really don't want to fight. Like, I want to just create a strong wall here so I can just claim all these territories. Now, we have these two temples up here, but I'd like to expand these temples much further, as their dominion might start overpowering mine if I don't. And you don't want to be an enemy god's dominion. I think that actually gives negative modifiers to sacred troops if you do. There are no army units there with the exception of their province defense. Anyway, we are recruiting another Svartalf. We have a fair amount of gold. I'm probably going to have to replace the Valkyries. And we're going to continue producing more Huskarls. But since we don't have a very high amount of gold income just yet, I can't really build up a massive army every turn. Anyway, with the amount of treasury we have left, we did bump these guys up to 20 province defense, which gives them an amount of patrol and even more unrest reduction, which is great for me. I think I might buff up Perigami. Also, speaking of which, where's Björ? Björ, I want you to go look here. No, we're not sneaking and attacking. That's a bad idea. I want you to just look here. It's not going to provide a ton of income for us, but I'd like to see what troops are available here for me to conquer. Or at least with the number of troops there are in the area. And Gunnar, I'm actually going to have you go look here. What item do you have? Mystical Cauldron of the Elves, Air Magic level 3. A great silver cauldron enchanted with the magic of the Vanir. Soup made in the silver cauldron will turn those who fed on it invisible. By the law of some unknown power, the enchantment ends when weapons are drawn and the battle begins. The army of the cauldron appears to be 50 units smaller than it actually is. Interesting. I don't know how you got that, but okay. We're going to continue searching for sites. Is there anything else I could possibly do? Yes. Mercenaries. I can't buy any of them. I guess I'll spend more gold on province defense then. That'll cost a lot, but it gives a higher patrol strength right on the border between these two empires, and I'd rather give off a visage of actual strength so they don't realize how small my empire is. Anyway, end turn. Let's see what happens. We got our research and enchantment and literally nothing else occurred. Oh, so there are no points that carry over. This is at 30. Okay, so I was doing that inefficiently this whole time. So we got Revive King, and we can go to Raise Skeletons, which is a battlefield spell, and create Revenant, which creates an even better undead commander. My question is that even really worth it? I know Revenants are actually really good melee commanders. They're not to the level where they can solo armies yet, though, but that's a really long distance away. What rituals do we have here? Okay, that gives another... That's another gold creation ritual. That's enough earth spells where if I actually had Svartalfs in command of armies, that'd be great, but not really. It doesn't appear that good. Oop, Phantasmal Warrior. We have a fair amount of air magic, so maybe Alteration is a good path to continue going down. And we can do that and then research something else. Maybe even we can just spam out Evocation, which gives us enough fire spells for the one guy who's got fire. Ah, there's the Astral Projection spell I was looking for. Meaning down here there should be... No, it's not Astral Geyser. Never mind, it's not here. There's a very specific spell I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find it. It's Astral Projection, for anyone who knows. I just looked at Evocation, I'm stupid. Not Astral Projection, Akashaic Record. It's my favorite spell, and I never remember where it is. these purple spells are spells that belong specifically to the Vanir, I believe? Yes. Or to Helheim. There's Akashaic Record. Oh, and they put it at level 5. It used to be at level 3 in Dominions 3. That actually kind of sucks. Find out the history for One Nation. Never mind, it does something completely different from what I had originally known. Akashaic Record in Dominions 3 was a 3rd level ritual spell for the Astral magic, and what it did was give the knowledge of every single magic site in a province. And that gives you all magic sites automatically. And sadly, that does not seem like that is the case anymore. Meaning I'm going to have to find that spell again in my own time. Anyway, we're done with this. We have a new dwarf. Unfortunately, that dwarf isn't that particularly good. He's just a generic death magic dwarf. Gunnar, I would like you to pick up some more troops. Just go to Gunnar. You're not actually supposed to be leading this army, but I'm just putting these troops together so you can carry them over. Because you'll have your own objective. Zach, I want you to construct me a temple. Because I'd like to start spreading my dominion a bit more. Or at least providing a small bulwark, because these guys seem to have very powerful dominions here. We're not going to attack from there. And my treasury is effectively drained because of the one temple, but that makes sense. And the unrest is dropping here. These guys actually have legitimate income, although I don't know why they have misfortune so high in this region. Sigurd, you are to search for magic sites while here. Mercenaries. No mercenaries available this month. Gunnar, now that you have these forces, return. And is there anything else I could possibly do? No. Maybe. Yes, there was. Since research does not... No, we had just done this research stuff. End of turn. None were found. That sucks. Unexpected event occurs in Paragony. Construction of a new ring wall to defend a major city is complete. People from near and far are gathering to seek comfort and commerce in the city. Tax revenues have been permanently increased, and we gained a fortification. That's not very good, actually. And I'll tell you why. While it's nice to have fortifications here and there, putting one fortification right next to another will actually drain overall resources in the area, which isn't good. Alright, let's get the Huskarls together. Is this a Surf Warrior? And these are Huskarls. Yeah. We're just restocking the Horde. We didn't restock the Undead, but the Undead are just disposable meat shields. And we're going to go take over this region. We have a new temple here. Since you've done searching, go over and see if we can find a magic site here. Now, with all the searching we've done here, it pretty much means that there is nothing that we can easily find in that location. Speaking of which, what ritual spells do we have? Reanimation, Revive King. I might just Revive King, because it'll give me a nice death magic base. I think it gives me death magic. I believe a Mount King is a Death Mage level 1, so I'm just going to do that really quick. And as for this, we're going to recruit some more units. We're going to recruit another Hangadrot, and a bunch of frontline troops. And we shall end turn from there. Alright, alteration research has been completed. I did not pay attention to that, and there is overkill. That's weird. Oh well, what do we want to research now? Okay, actually we'll research evocation for astral projection, because I'd like to get lots of astral gems. As I distinctly remember that the Astral gems are actually pretty useful. And then for construction, what do we have access to here? Clockwork soldiers. And legions of steel. We have a fair amount of earth magic, so I don't think that's actually that bad of an idea. Has cast Revive King. The dormant pretender gods are awakening, but there are no dormant ones, because most of them are randomly generated, and rarely are dormant pretender gods awoken. In the battle, we lost a Valkyrie and 2 Long Deads. Ultimately, doesn't matter. We killed them. They had an Azure Mage, apparently. Oh, I didn't realize you could even check this stuff. Interesting. There's a battle here. We'll view this battle, as there's not much else to do except for viewing some of these battles, and the battles are always interesting. So Divine Blessing is cast, which Divine Blessing is just blessing, but hits the entire army. Holy Avenger is a spell that makes it so any damage dealt to them will be returned to the attacker unless a magic resistance test is passed. Sermon of Courage grants morale. Who are you? I don't want the Azure Mage. What's the big guy? Who's the big guy? Jotun Axeman from Pastine. And he's a giant. And he's the one that killed the Valkyrie. But they're dead. An unexpected event occurs in Paragani. Frost has destroyed the crops. Starvation is expected. Great. Oh, I remember what it was. There was a random event that caused the misfortune here. Great. So they've taken this region, and there's another one right here. So my guess is all this territory here is effectively unclaimed, and everyone spawned right next to me, so I'm basically going to be fighting a ton of opponents. Alright, we'll bump this up to 10 for now. Gunnar, build me a temple here. Zach, I want you to search for magic sites. We're just going to see what, if anything, is here. You're here, search for magic sites. Plague Tooth. Okay, you don't actually have access to any form of death magic, which sucks. Although I can have you lead undead. Footseeth. I'm just gonna have you research. Plague Tooth. I could empower you with nothing. There's no building to construct. Alright, head on over here. No, we'll just have you in reserve then. Unless someone wants to get named by you. Speaking of which, I always put this... I'm putting this in the comments of these videos. But if anyone's even remotely interested in having a named character, feel free to ask and I will work towards getting you a named character. I still have one remaining. Zarok Chaos wants to have a named character of a commander, and I forgot to give him one, which the next Hangadrot will be him. Speaking of which, because of the domain strength we have, which isn't very high, but like, what benefit do you have right now? Profit bonus, you've got precision. Oh, okay, so being a prophet just basically gives you +2 to everything, and being in my dominion gives you +3 health. Plus undying. But yeah, we'll sit these guys here, and we will go up and claim this location afterwards, but we're not going to go fast. And we'll keep these defenses going. As for recruited units, we are going to pull out another batch of Herdmen. Sure, and we'll get Huskarl. Mercenaries, there weren't any available, so that doesn't matter. Research. Okay, you're back to researching, so I guess I should realign these. I just need 25 here. I don't exactly need... Okay, here's another question. Where, oh where, is Dark Knowledge? It was an infinitely spammable death spell. It was an infinitely spammable death ritual that as long as I was using it, I could find death magic sites. And it was really useful to have. Is it under Conjuration? No. It is not. No, it is. It's level 3 Conjuration. Why the heck am I not doing... I never understood my mindset. Like, why am I not doing any Conjuration? No, you're not supposed to have any. And the first level gives me Spirit Curse and Black Servant, which is a Scout. And summon Cave Grubs. Alright. We'll get Dark Knowledge soon, and then we can just find all death magic sites. When I can start spamming out Necromancers, that'll be great. Anyway, end turn? I think I'm okay with what I'm doing here. Nope, a battle's going on. Let's battle at Glistening Wood. Oh. Oh ho 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 ho. We had a scout there, and we could actually see their battle. We'll do that in a second. Research and Conjuration is completed. I'd actually like to get this to level 2 and level 3 as soon as possible. So I'll bring this up to 50. I hate that so much. There we go. Bring this down to 5. Sure, why not? I searched for magic sites and we haven't found any. And let's view the battle in Glistening Wood. I hope that's not the one I was planning on taking. It very well might have been. Wind Riders are their secret troops. They seem fairly strong. Like, my Prophet isn't actually much stronger than them. Yeah, the Independents are very, very dead. But their frontline troops aren't actually very good here. Chariot Commander, horse-drawn Sun. Yeah, their troops don't seem to be very strong. It's just their sacred troops are probably insane. But they are susceptible to fire. Okay, so these guys are just big Greek/Roman setups, as if the Roman myths were true, Icarus being based off of Icarus. Unfortunately, we're a frost group, so I can't exploit their susceptibility to fire unless I got lots of fire mages. Anyway, was that the one I wanted to take? Alright, move out of here. We do have a fortress here. That's not of my concern. Move Sigurd here to his defenses. And I might just conquer this location. Temple is here, defenses are high. Yeah, we'll conquer this location. Anyway, Gunlag. Gunlug, you have a terrible name. We shall replace it with Zalrock? Or Zalronk? Chaos? Excuse me for a second, I'm gonna go check that really quick. Found it. It was Zalrock Chaos. And now, Plague Tooth is going to be your major domo. But you're not going to be researching. Oh, no. You are going to be casting a lot of reanimations. Plague Tooth, unfortunately, is not powerful enough where I can empower him to do anything. But we are going to recruit a bunch of units to support you. More Valkyries, specifically. And then a bunch of Herdmen. And with no gold remaining, I'm going to up the province defenses here. And now that we have a fortress here, you'll notice the fact that a lot of these troops have changed. Normally it would, like, normal province defenses here seem to be like the light infantry and archers that you'd get normally, with the exception of our commanders. But if you build a fortification in a location, you can actually recruit the main frontline troops. The only thing I'm missing is a lab, so speaking of which, I should probably get some Herdmen here, if I can afford it. And Sigurd will move down here and continue searching for magic sites. Now, what do I want to do with you? Do I really want to try and claim these locations? My answer is pretty much yes. How many troops do we have? 75. We outnumber them 2 to 1. We don't have disposable meat shields, and we have a very powerful setup. We actually also understand, like, have an actual battle order, which the AI does not seem to have a battle order, so I think we would win if we assaulted them. Also, Gunner's heroic precision has probably increased by a certain amount. And if we claim all these surrounding regions, this fortification should be much better. And actually, speaking of which, now that I think about it, my research is probably going to be screwed up a little bit because I got rid of the Haggadrot who was researching. Let's fix that. And mercenaries, ship records. No thanks. End turn. Research and evocation is complete, which grants us astral projection, so once we get our pretender god, we can start doing astral magic. Conjuration will be our main focus now. There's a battle in Glistening Wood. Zarok Chaos has cast reanimation, which he will continue to do so, and we're going to view the battle in Glistening Wood. Divine Blessing has been cast. They don't have any mages, so all our sacred troops have death magic. Pretty much all the Valkyries and nothing else. And they're now casting their undead spells, which they have a fair amount of. And here we see the benefits of my, quote, elite troops, unquote. Due to glamour, they have a hard time being hit. Exceptionally hard time. And we Shrek them. And the Valkyries, lacking anything to actually hit. They seem to be fleeing already. This is probably going to cause a declaration of war on me, but you are taking my territory, which is mine by divine right. So how'd that go? We lost 5 long deads and a surf warrior. Who cares about the surf warrior? They lost all their Icarids, every but one Cardises. They still have their Wind Rider and Chariot Commander. I should probably have them target commanders next time. Anyway, now that we have the province defense here, I'm going to boost it to about 10. Well, no, I'll boost it to 20. Here's why. I get all these defenses here. I'm going to just shove Zack and Gunnar to the next location immediately. We're just going to cut them off now before they become dangerous. Are these two of the same faction? It's definitely a possibility, but you'd think their colors would be slightly different. There's something to denote their differences. Sigurd, search for magic sites. Zarok, chaos. Not research. Don't research. I want you to continually cast reanimation. Plaguetooth, you're still worthless. I don't know why I ever created you. No, I know exactly why I was creating you. I was under the impression that you would actually have access to death magic by default, and that is clearly not the case. How much does reanimation take to cast? 5? I'm fairly certain it takes 5. Yeah, it takes 5, so we're not actually gaining any death gems. We're losing them very slowly. You two are moving, Sigurd is searching. We do this much faster, but give me my time. Okay, so I've got about 10 minutes more. As I said before, I'm trying to keep this at around 30 minutes per. Mercenaries, Master Gibber, Mage Giver. I will actually afford a mage because you might be you might be instrumental to getting me to other magic paths. And aside from that, I will probably find a location to up the province defenses of, such as here. Even though it's an odd number, it's probably better that I have the province defenses in those locations than not. And we shall end our turn. Conjuration research is complete. How much more do I need? About 2 turns. As all our chaos is cast reanimation, no magic sites have been found. We lost 5 long deads, and that's about it. And they lost literally everything else, including their mounted stuff. We'll view it. No reason not to. I'd like to have my ego stroked a little bit as well. I like seeing my forces just murder the entire enemy team with very few casualties. So the long deads absorb the first casualties of the mounted cavalry, which are very, very powerful. Like, the lance get a charge bonus for the first strike on damage. I don't know how much it is, I just know that they do. And they get tons of attacks and a lot of health. And armor. But the long deads did their job in absorbing the first strike, causing no damage to be dealt to my people with glamour. One more turn and the Valkyries are teleporting over, surrounding the mounted cavalry and murdering them. And the Valkyries should catch up and kill them. Good job. So this province is ours. Bureau is going to move on, and since I kind of forgot to move Bureau, who are you? Okay. Okay, War Shamblers. Never mind, I thought there was something completely different. But these guys are on my doorstep. So I'm going to produce 20 province defenses in both these locations, which will burn through a lot of my cash, but I kind of want to have like a natural patrol going on. Bureau's going to move through. Actually, there's literally no reason not to attack them. And just claim these territories immediately. With my province defense, they're not going to break through unless their army's above a certain size. And the misfortune's finally going away. Sigurd, I forgot to move you, didn't I? Now, I would go here, but it's not actually efficient to search in this magic site turn-wise, because I would have to spend an extra turn moving through this location. And so I'm going to be searching here, 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 and I'm going to pull him back to search this location. Zarok Chaos, you're going to cast another... Well, actually... Shades were actually pretty good. Because they're ethereal, so they're hard to hit, and there's not a lot of magic attacks. And the Drain Life ability, they're basically really good tanks, so I may just summon 2 batches of them. And you guys are continuing to research. Mercenaries... Nope, Master Giver was out. I was outbid. Sir Edward Blackfist. And I think I'm just going to recruit my own troops. There's no reason to continually span out these forces. How many would I have to remove? I'd like another. I really would like another Svartalf. At least just another in the works, so I have more research. Because I really want dark knowledge, or at least something I could start using to search these places for magic sites, because I kind of need some more gem income than what I currently have. I love these temples that we have here, spreading my dominion and influence all over the place. Although their dominion seems to be very powerful in those regions. Anyway. Oh yeah, I can recruit there, can't I? I had completely forgotten that. Oh well, they don't have enough resources just yet to justify it. Cast Summon Shades, there's a battle in Gothenburg and something. Okay, there was a triple battle. And the death match. Ooh, don't tell me I lost. Okay, we're gonna see the independents first. How much damage did they dealt? Nope. Let's see this curb stomp. Let's see me curb stomp the independents. Speaking of which, how experienced do these guys have? Okay, experience should give just attack skill. Yep. Long deads are mindless, so they can't get experience, and they fall apart. But that doesn't matter, because these guys are just screwed. Their ranged attacks are just dealing damage and nothing more, and that is perfect. Well, the Valkyries aren't going to let anyone escape. Which is why I love flying troops so much. And then there was another battle in Gothenburg. We lost 2 Valkyries. Annoying, I'll replace them later. Let's see, Sarmatia. Donglung the Consort. Poison Barbs. Sword of Sharpness. It's actually something I kind of wanted. I wanted some items. And you have a heroic ability. Unequaled obesity. This hero is of extraordinary size and with more hit points and strength at the cost of some encumbrance. So he's extremely fat. Coral Queens sometimes grant priestly authority to prominent mother guards. These individuals are given the opportunity to serve their Queen Mother as commander consorts, leading the Atlantean armies into battle. Interesting. Interesting. And he was casting banishment on my undead, which makes sense. I don't understand why the Valkyries teleported here. No, they're attacking enemy archers that don't exist. And looks like the family dog is here, but that doesn't matter that much, because the video will end soon. And they died to the poisonous barbs. And a deathmatch is scheduled in the arena. A deathmatch competition is scheduled in the arena. The participants must leave now to get there in time. The winner of the game will receive a powerful magical artifact. Each god can only send 1 champion to the competition. May the strongest man win. Right. Who has what item? No, don't defend. I know one of them had an item somewhere, and we got an arena. First magic site we actually found this game. Brings 25 gold per turn. Useful. But before we do anything else this game, we're going to end the episode here. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Dominions 4. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.